1/2 inch drive ratchet, 1/2 inch drive breaker bar, 1/2 inch drive 6-inch extension, 1/2 inch drive 1 1/16 inch socket. That's going to be needed for the water tank heater electrode. One of these two, you don't need both.
Okay.
I'll let you play.
That
Just any pair of pliers for the low point drain caps. They don't have to be these. These are just the top ones in my bag. But I think you have a pair of pliers that'll probably work for those.
Yep. Okay.
And then this is for the air compressor to blow out the system. This hooks to the city port water line, or the water port on the back of the camper. And then this is the on-off valve. Simple way. When the thing is in line, that means things can flow through. When you want to shut it, it stops it. Make sense?
Yep.
Flow through, stop. There's an on-off switch. Off for stoller. Remember when water heater wasn't working? It's because that was off and I forgot to turn it on. This is the drain plug for the hot water tank. We'll put the 1 1/16 socket on there. I'm gonna use a breaker bar to break it loose. Lefty loosey. Okay, it's turning. Now, what I was saying about the ratchet, if you want, you can use a big ratchet instead of the breaker bar. And it's just a little easier to take it out. And then once it's pretty loose, you can just spin it out and you can have water coming out. Here's the electrode that you might want to get a new one for.
No, that one's still good actually.
You can use it another season probably, yeah.
I'm gonna pause. Okay.
I didn't drain the grate. If yours don't fit well, get a bigger set of jaw pliers so the jaws fit good. I'm just gonna loosen them, lefty loosey again. And once they're loose, you can just spin them off. This is the hot, the red, but obviously nothing's hot. And the blue, cold. Okay. And we can go. Hose goes in the city water connection. This is the air line to blow out the system. It's kind of a pain in the butt with the tree. Just tighten it down. Hand tight's fine usually. You don't need to get crazy with this one.
Okay.
And we'll hook the air compressor up to this, regulated down to 20 psi.
Okay.
With the valve closed. We'll open the valve up later.
One more drain.
Yep, by the water heater thing. I think you just flip it up. Usually nothing comes out. It's just, I think it's a purge valve more than a drain, but oh no. There we go. So, I think that might be to purge air out of the system actually, when it's pressurized.
Yeah.
And they pull forward. You remember that? Loosen them, pull forward. They kind of, you tighten them down behind these little nipples things, and then you just, there.
And then just turn them.
Righty tighty to close. There is a, I think a switch on the front of this or something, or yeah, you can turn this front face to either isolate a tank. I think we have it set to draw off of either tank right now, so just leave it still.
Yeah, we got enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Next time, they make stuff called dielectric grease. You can put in the ports here to help stop corrosion setting in. I would recommend doing that here soon too, because you can see the bluish stuff kind of a little bit down in there. It's not too bad, but put some grease on that and that'll help your port on your car too. Air compressor's building up. We have the ports all open for drainage outside. We're going to turn the water pump on and we're going to pump out what's in the sinks.
Do you think we do all one sides first?
You can open them both up.
Nothing.
Okay.
The shower too. I used something heavy-ish to prop up the toilet. And well, I'll figure this out. But we'll prop that open. And there we go.
What's that?
Okay.
Screw. You can use a regular screwdriver too. The hot water heater. The inside, we drained the outside already. There's 2 valves that need to be switched after we blow the system out. Right now, there's one on the bottom of the blue, one on the bottom of the red. It's pointing at the tank, which means it's allowing the tank to be on. When we don't want the tank and we want to isolate it and put it in bypass mode, we turn it to both face this loop. The blue one's kind of, yeah, kind of to face in line with this, and what it does is it shuts off the tank and then just loops everything. Okay. But and then after that, we'll come in here and close it and finish blowing out the rest of the system, because we can't fully blow out the system with a big wide opening port from the water tank. So, but I do want to blow it out a little bit through the tank. See, it's at right about 20. See what it's going to stop at. Yep, so you can just turn it a little. 20 psi is what you want on that, no more than 20. So.
Okay.
If you don't
open all faucets.
Okay, and we're going to open and allow air into the system, and you can hear it already building.
Yep. And nothing yet there. Sounds like the shower ones. Draining a little bit. Make sure it's... Yeah.
Second, I want to put the electrode back in now, and butt to put in the screw because it's so long. So it helps to have the socket on it to kind of press down and get it started. It's not working. Teflon tape, yeah. Okay, now it's started. So then you're just gonna tighten it back up. You don't have any upper body strength, so just go as tight as you can, and I don't think that'll be too tight. Now let's go inside and put it in bypass mode. So now in bypass mode, we're going to bypass the water heater and turn these valves in line with the hoses. And that means that it'll loop it and bypass that water heater. The blue one is kind of a pain to get to. So both of those are now, that's isolated off by itself. We're going to blow air through the whole system now.
And once again, and then the low point drains. Get the rest of the water out. And then I replaced the cover over the hot water heater. We turned off all the interior drains. Put on the wheel covers. Right.
Disconnect compressor.
And then unscrew.
That back in.
And store. And add RV water freeze to all the P-traps, including the toilet. And put back the low point drains, caps.
2 of them total. If the white Teflon tape looks bad on here, you can put new Teflon tape on it too.
And voila, winter.